Steve?
Yeah, hey.
35, Chicago. What's going on? Oh, sorry, 53. Sorry, I have 53. Here we go. Sorry, Steve. Go ahead.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's up?
I had a question for Drew. I think that when during the election or before the election, Drew had a question about Hillary Clinton's health, and I think that it had a huge impact on the election. I think that people started looking into her health, and then a couple weeks later, she had an attack or something like that. And I think that I just wanted to get Dr. Drew's thoughts on that.
Well, when the history books are written, make sure I get a footnote because I don't think I had anything to do with it. I really don't.
You know what? I maybe this sounds like politics or something. I don't know what Hillary Clinton was proposing.
With what?
Everything. It was so funny because I heard Trump make a speech, or I heard excerpts from the speech, right?
Yeah.
And it was just, I don't know, on a talk radio or something like that. And I heard him, Steve, go, we're going to build this wall. We're gonna have manufacturing coming back to the U.S. We're gonna stop all the regulations. We're gonna ease the tax burden so we can bring manufacturing and corporations from off-sea and bring them back. We're gonna have more border patrol agents to what? And it's like, and after about 10 things he said, I went, I had 8 years of we're stronger together. We need to come together. The United States has always been a place where people came in harmony.
But listen,
I was like sitting around and going, I had 8 years of going, I don't know what the fuck anyone's talking about. Like, can you throw out a number?
Well, listen, how about the fact that when they would come back to the control room, to the anchor desk after the speech, they go, the guy has no policy. I don't know what he's talking about. He has no specifics in his policy. That's what you hear over and over again.
Right.
Yeah, you're not going to do anything.
And when Obama did it, it was a wonderful, thoughtful speech. But it's like I still don't know what it was. And so I'm happy just to hear something. As a citizen, I just kind of want a plan, not a platitude.
Well, I was happy.
Hold on.
Wait. Well done. Plan, not a platitude.
Thanks for stepping on every millisecond of grace I had with that. No, look, if I agree with the plan, if I disagree with the plan, or if I'm sort of Luke on the plan, I want a plan. I want business. I want leaders of, as always said, just run this country like a big business, and here's the plan. This part where we're all stronger together, when I look into the eyes of a young immigrant from China and I look into the eyes of a young Hispanic girl and I see a special needs child and I realize that if we all come together, we can rise, that the rising tide lifts all ships. But I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm not sure what you want me to do. Is there a call to action?
I didn't take that philosophy class, I guess.
I guess I needed to. I have no idea what Hillary
Clinton
was going to do other than get us all together because we're better when we're together.
I felt pretty good about the Boeing thing last week, where Boeing wanted $2 billion for a couple of airplanes, and he went, that's not what they cost. I'm not going to pay that. And those are my tax dollars. That's good. I like that.
Oh, I was Air Force One.
Yeah, but it was still like, that's too expensive. He knows he has planes. He knows what they cost. Well, it's like, forget it.
But then when he tweeted about it, he said they were $4 billion.
Was it $4 billion? It was $2 billion each?
That's what he's claiming, but that's not.
Well, here's the deal.
But I just like the gesture of protecting my tax dollars.
Even if it's even if it's symbolic or it's never going to happen, like when you go, you're going to take vacation? No vacations. Too much work to do. You're going to take a salary? No salary. Too much work. I got enough money. I just want to hear that. I don't know why. And look, maybe it's naive. And okay, he's not going to do this or he's not going to. Look, politicians don't do 2/3 of what they say they're going to do.
Yeah.
Fine. I was hearing 0.0 coming out of Hillary. So even if she completed 1/3 of what she said she was going to do, I don't know what she said she was going to do other than bring us together. And for me, zero with the platitude and all with whatever the plan is. I just want to know what we're going to do.
I guess I can talk about her health things now more clearly, too, because it was I was just worried about what the doctors – I still am worried about what her doctors are doing. They were giving her a medication that is known to cause hypercoagulability. And Spaz and I did a This Life podcast.
Is this clotting?
Yeah. And she has had 3 very serious clotting, unusual clotting.
Let me jump in real quick and say this, Drew.
Yeah.
This is a true or false common misperception by the public. Oh, it's Michael Jackson. I'm sure he's got the best money can buy looking after him. I'm sure he's got C. Everett Koop standing by his side of his bed.
False.
I'm sure if he lights a cigarette, he'll slap it out of his hand. Like, there's a perception that we as the public think that if you are in some sort of elite rarefied air in the financial department, if you're Michael Jackson or you're Hillary Clinton or you fill in the blank of that person, that they must have the best of the best with them at all times, and thus...
With them at all times already is bad. It's already exceptional.
Right.
And as soon as you go into the exceptional, you're outside of standard, you're into bad.
Right.
So yes, she had somebody all the time who was overly... what's the word? Overly, sort of gratifying and stuff. And I'm certain they diagnosed her with hypothyroidism with not even criteria for hypothyroidism. They gave her a thyroid medication that's sort of special but associated with hypercoagulability. I did a literature search on that. It turns up, and has had 3 extremely unusual clotting manifestations that you would normally explain. You have to go, why is this happening to her? They've not explained it. They're giving a medicine that might have something to do with it. They're treating it with sort of old-fashioned means, but that's okay if that's what they want to do. But it's all very weird. It's all very unusual healthcare. That's what I was saying.
How much of it is an energy, let's get them propped up and back on the campaign trail?
I think it's much more of we're going to get this. You don't have energy. Your thyroid's off. We're going to make you feel great.
Well, that's what
I'm going to do something special for you. It's not that we're going to get you back up and going. It's like I've got the answers. I got special answers for you. So you're going to be able to tolerate all this you have to do.
Well, hold on a second.
Which is different.
Well, hold on. When I hear about, hey, did Barry Bonds take performance-enhancing drugs? I go, well, let's do some math.
Yeah.
He hit this many home runs, and then when he was 45, he hit twice as many. And look at him, and of course, and then someone would raise their hand and go, these drugs, they make you stronger and faster and hit the ball further. Like, yeah, okay, then I'm guessing he's doing it.
Yeah.
Now, so when I hear about a physician getting involved with something, and I hear about them not doing what might be best.
Standard.
Yeah. It makes me think to get more performance out of them. It's sort of a,
maybe a little bit of that, but more to get more special, special strokes from the super special person. The doctors get turned on by taking care of special people. They're gonna think I'm really good, and how extraordinary. Hillary Clinton thinks I'm the best doctor in the land. They get turned on by it too much. It should be just another patient who happens to be somebody doing something extraordinary. But if you treat them as extraordinary, you're doing them a disservice. This is why we have Prince. That's why I have Michael Jackson. You name the cases. It's one after another. And she had a severe head injury where she had something called, she now has intranuclear ophthalmoplegia, where her eyes don't move together. That's when people always, they start talking about her expressions, and when they were making fun of it. That's a leftover brain injury from the fall. Remember the weird glasses she wore?
No, but I mean, I didn't follow it that
it's
closely.
to treat intranuclear ophthalmoplegia. That's what those are designed for. And so it's like, hey man, what is going on? And to finish my story, so Bob Forrest goes, "Oh, Bruce and Drew, it's just like your grandma coming for health care." We both went, "No, this is unusual problems, really unusual." That's what people didn't get.
I don't feel like Dr. Drew undid anybody, because the press did not really run with it. There was the incident. There was the incident where she collapsed getting into the van at the 9/11 memorial. The thing that I found, and this is how I know the press was not down with your cause or the cause or her health cause, every talking head I saw on CNN announced that it was excruciatingly hot that day. And we're saying things like oppressively hot and things. And then it was like 77 degrees with a little breeze blowing. And they would say, also, it's one of these things that, for me, yeah, everyone else was just wearing board shorts and flip-flops, or was every guy wearing a black suit and every girl wearing a black dress, and she was the only one who collapsed on the oppressive heat?
But
True.
Look,
so the synopsis is this. The oppressive heat made her collapse on the way to the van. The problem with that scenario is the several hundred other people that are dressed in the exact same attire who are in the exact same environment who don't collapse.
Right. And you're pushing a couple buttons for me because I'm sick and fucking tired of people going, how dare you, it's unethical. Her doctor issued a record with all the things they had documented about her health care, including, I was not speculating, this was published by her doctor for the public record, including what happened after she passed out. They found a right middle lobe pneumonia. Right middle lobe pneumonia are unusual. So there, again, the doctors...
What's a right middle lobe?
It's the middle lobe of the lung that doesn't normally get pneumonias unless there's something obstructing the bronchus or when they have certain kinds of anatomy during an aspiration episode. So then you got to go, nuclear ophthalmoplegia, aspiration. What's going on with the brain injury?
It was really hot.
Yeah. The doctors didn't explain that. They gave her Levaquin to treat it, which is not a treatment for an aspiration. Does she have some sort of right middle lobe obstruction? And it affects the Coumadin they had given her for the blood clot in her skull. And it was like, oh, Jesus, these guys, it seemed reckless to me. It just seemed like a lot of reckless health care.
Well, like I said, the talking heads sort of playing meteorologist with I think, as I recall, it was a day that was in the higher 70s with a breeze. So weird that they were saying like oppressively hot.
Yeah.
But why are you doing that? Because when you do that, you're tipping your hand, are you not? Okay. So then we don't listen.